it's such a dance, you know. You're a team. You have your agility partner, and they need to trust you to be clear and concise and assertive with the cues that you give them for maximum speed, because if you don't cue them correctly, they have no idea where to go. They're totally dependent upon our physical cues as much as our verbal cues. It's really even more physical than it is verbal. There's the mental factor of getting them feeling safe and not afraid of the pain. Because once they've been hurt, then they slow down and they're much more careful. And I still see that with my young dog, places where she gets very careful because she remembers being hurt and she doesn't want to get hurt again. We can motivate and inspire and make them feel safe and happy and feel trust, and that's what I have found is the most important factor in getting peak optimal performance out of my dogs.
I've been doing agility for probably about 12 years. I've been teaching for it's going to be about 3 years now. You know, I love agility. I love just traveling with my dog and competing, and then training just actually made me a better handler because I can really analyze how the dog moves and how handlers need to be certain places with their dogs, and it's just a really good experience. Different courses from the different judges. It's always a challenge. It's just kind of interesting what they put out there. It's kind of cool to try to see what you can do with the course. 2 weeks ago, he just won the Masters Challenge Standard, which is quite a difficult event, and he won that. So he had actually the fastest time out of all the jump heights, which was pretty fantastic. I actually don't train all the equipment all the time. I do more handling skills, like with just a couple of jumps, and how to connect better and how to just shave off seconds. And technically, I should be able to run, with not saying a word. The funnest thing is just hanging out at the park with your dogs and friends.
I am so lucky. This is the happiest thing you can do. I mean, it's such positive experience for the dogs and the handlers. And to see the transformation, especially in these rescue dogs that may come in the first night and be hiding behind their owners, won't even look at you. And I tell them, within 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to have a different dog. And every time they do, to see the transformation in the dogs and the people, because they may think they have a bond with their dog, but this is a team sport, and the dog depends on the handler depends on the dog, and they work together, and it creates an incredible bond between dog and handler. And it's amazing. I love the beginners. I love to get them started and see that, because it happens so fast and they learn so quickly. And people sometimes on the first time, oh, my dog will never go in that tunnel. I go, yeah, he will. And then within a minute, their dog's running through the tunnel and the people are just so happy. Yeah, it's a good thing. With an exceptional dog and handlers that are really committed, you can probably get to competition in 6 months to a year. The two most difficult things to train in the sport are the teeter-totter and the weave pulls. And those are things that the dogs don't do naturally. But we have, methods. On the teeter, we start with it flat on the ground and just get them running straight over. And the weave pulls, we start with a channel where the weaves are spread apart and they just run down a channel, and gradually the poles get closer and closer. So it makes it a little easier for them to learn. For me, I don't care what level you're at, it's all about having fun with your dog.
One of my other favorite things about the sport is that there's plenty of room for every person at every level with every breed to excel within the sport. Really, what it is for me is just keep competing against my own personal best. Can we improve our time? Can we get more yards per second? Can we blast off the start line faster? Can we blast off the table faster? Can we blast off the teeter faster? Those are like little personal goals that we can all each keep working on. It's been such a platform for personal growth, because the better we eat, the better we take care of ourselves, the more clear we are mentally, and the better we feel and energetically, the more we transmit that energy to our dogs and the better we perform.